When you make statements like this, you see, there's a lot of discussion that can be had on the very point. So no one religion can prove itself to be a religion. Okay? This is an opinionated statement opinionated. If we were to discuss this, perhaps we'll come to a different conclusion altogether. Perhaps. Now, I sincerely believe we probably will. Going back to the issue, because there are things which are very common to us. We believe, I'm sure, you believe in justice.
Yes, absolutely.
You believe in human compassion, empathy. You believe in love. You believe in kindness. You believe in equality between the people, that we should be all
absolutely. Right? And I haven't got to have a God to have those beliefs.
No. These things are what are supposed to be our ideals and our characteristics of as human beings in the first place. Yes. Things go wrong often, so prophets and messengers become to bring about this nobility of character and perfect it. Our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, being the last and final of the prophets and messengers, he says that I have not been raised except but to perfect the nobility of character. This is one of the missions that we have. So you already have it, some people don't, and then it's just to bring about this perfection of this character. But along with this comes the realization of who we are. My character, your character, comes from, as you know, the concept that we uphold so deeply in ourselves.
That we oppose.
Can I please interject?
Uphold, right.
Can I please interject?
You can speak to my brother over there, because I know every discussion I have, you're very willing to discuss. As a Christian, I have a very knowledgeable Muslim brother to talk about Christianity with you.
No, but you made a point here. So can I interject?
As I said,
can I interject and
the reason why
and ask
I will want to, because in the previous discussion I have, you love me so much that you want to interject in every single of my discussion, and the discussion doesn't proceed as we expect it to proceed. Just for the flow of the discussion today, and maybe in the future, I would volunteer my brothers. Here. Please discuss with them. They will be willing to sit down.
They are not the one who made the point. But you are the one who made the point. So
there you go.
So can I?
The same point I made, brother. Can we discuss that with you?
Yeah.
The exact same point.
Okay?
Thank you.
Later on. Let me.
Brother, I already said.
Let me.
You're not being very kind to us now.
You made a point. You made a point here.
What are you scared? In fact, you can speak to my friend over there. Why don't you speak to him? I want to speak to him.
No.
No. Yeah, he can go and find it together.
I want to speak to you. You don't.
I'll give you the concept.
Oh yeah! We are here once again.
When it comes to reality, it's important that we understand that we exist and understand that we are real. I'm sure, Mark, you believe you exist in this reality. Not an illusion, not a brain in a jar, thinking and dreaming about this speaker's corner encounter, right? Right. You already stated also that there is energy that has always been there. If this energy has always been there, this energy must possess some characteristics inherently. Do you agree? What are these characteristics possibly can be?
The characteristics of energy.
That it inherently possesses.
You've got them.
Okay, let me illustrate with some examples. This universe, with the reality that we know within the cosmos, as much as we can understand, demonstrates the evidence of wisdom, knowledge, will, organization.
And you're going to tell me this came from God?
No, what I'm saying is, it demonstrates these kind of things. So things by themselves don't appear. For example, randomness doesn't create order. Which random experiments have created the next generation iPhone? Or the next generation camera, Nikon camera? Nothing. These things don't create the levels of complexity and order and precision and organization that we think of. These don't.
You're giving examples of technology, not nature.
Part of nature. If I told you that in a junkyard, not a junkyard, somewhere in Brazilian jungle, right? Atoms and molecules, which are there present within dust and stones and rocks and all the natural environment, they gather together by the wind and the humidity and the temperature over hundreds and thousands of years, and then it formed something that is so complex, so organized, you will say it's impossible. No, you will say it's impossible for it to produce. Why? Why? Because the level of complexity and organization within it. Okay.
You only refer to it produces something. You know, I don't know if you're trying to talk about an iPhone now or a pile of or a rockery. Okay, I'll tell you. If you're talking about something that's technological, no, it won't. Technology is created by
Imagine now. Imagine we leave certain molecules of carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, and we make them into certain compound molecules. Let's call them amino acids, which are the building blocks of life. So we leave all these amino acids in their respective dishes or flasks or whatever, the medium that you've made them, in a controlled lab, and we leave them.
Will you create life?
And we leave them for hundreds and thousands of millions of years. Okay? Somehow we think miraculously, by the forces of nature, these things will come together.
They will.
And they will produce life.
They will produce it, absolutely, yes. And they will produce life. Absolutely, it's been done. It has been done. You can.
Where?
There's an experiment, so you can go and look at it. They took
which experiment?
glass jar. You'd have to look it up. I don't know the name of the experiment.
No such thing exists.
They have.
I'll tell you what.
Okay.
They were able to produce. It's not able to disagree. It's about knowing the reality. People are often misled by the claims that our prominent atheistic scientific community makes. They do that for their own dogmatic reason. Let me give you one example.
This is not an atheist reading. This is a scientific reading. I don't read atheist books. I don't read any kind of.
Let me give you an example. There is a prominent scientist. Most of the scientific community, if not all of them, know about him. He wrote a book called The Universe from Nothing. Guess what? In Speaker's Corner, I have seen people saying, of course the universe comes from nothing. What they didn't realize, because they haven't read his books, listened to his lectures, and understood the concept. The universe, according to this Professor Lawrence Krauss, didn't come from nothing. Because his nothing is not nothing. His nothing is something. But he's deceiving people to say it's nothing because he's defined this something as nothing, when this is totally, blatantly misleading. Nothing is nothing. It's not something. You can't say nothing has gravity. You can't say nothing have fluctuations. You can't say nothing have quantum particles. You can't say nothing have virtual reality. This is not nothing. If it possesses something, it's something.
Absolutely, I agree.
So by doing that, he seemed to be offering, misleadingly, a lot of atheists, the universe came from nothing. They come here and say, yeah, the universe came from nothing.
Because they didn't read into the details.
That is what is happening with the things about the experiments of the amino acids. Amino acids gathered together with our laboratory conditions, they may have made into peptides, polypeptides and proteins.
Polypeptides.
That's as far as it goes. No experiment. This is 2017. June what? What's the date today? June 18, 2017. No lab in planet Earth have been able to demonstrate that they have produced a single cell or a life from this which replicates with its own functions and so on. They became so unstable.
They got polypeptides.
Polypeptides is not a cell.
But what you need from polypeptides is time. You've got to remember, when the Earth formed, you needed time.
What you
Millions of
need,
years. You
what
can't
you need,
give that in a scientific experiment.
What you need, polypeptide is not a living cell.
No, it's
a
not.
living cell composed of multiple organelles or systems within itself which works holistically to sustain its life. For example,
my point here is that if they can produce the polypeptides and amino acids by putting 3 gases into a vacant jar, and they can.
That's not life.
It might not be life, but what we're missing here is the time aspect. And you can't replicate time in a lab. It's not
regardless however millions of billions of years is here, without conscious designing. Remember, conscious designing. You have to have a program within this protein to make DNA, and the DNA to make proteins. Catch-22 situation. Let me give you a simple example of a cell. A cell, it has to have proteins. Yes. Proteins are the building blocks in the machinery of your DNA replication.
Yes.
Without proteins, no DNA. Without DNA, no proteins. It's like asking chicken or the egg, which one came first? It doesn't work in this example. So if you have now a polypeptide, yes, lots of proteins, right? Yes. It needs to now start coding for certain programs which will make DNA and make proteins. How does it do that? It doesn't have the self-awareness. It doesn't have the necessary knowledge and the will, wisdom and knowledge and power.
But this
How does
has
it do
happened
that?
in history. This has happened.
What
Millions
happened?
and millions of years ago. This happened. And using time
This theory,
as a length.
I'm saying this theory being postulated, it has happened. It's like saying, yeah, it has happened. This camera, look, it says it's Nikon. It's not made by Nikon. It just happened in a junkyard. Would you believe in it? If I said this happened in a junkyard, it says Nikon, fake, copycat, but it's recording it. You would not believe in it. You'd say, no, this kind of things will never happen. So complex. Biological systems are more complex than this. Do you agree?
Absolutely.
Right.
I work in cells.
This particular brilliant camera, by the way, is unable to gather itself over millions of years.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And yet, we somehow are able to postulate the idea that biological systems which are more complex than this can come about. It's a belief, a fantastical belief with no evidence. Because what we have is nature around us, and we are projecting our belief to this nature, saying, this is how it happened. When it comes to evidence, there is no evidence to support it. So when you have a cell...
That's where you believe it came from.
From the creator, originator. This energy that
you
is
think
always...
my belief is fantastical? That's fantastical because there is no evidence. We're talking evidence now. There's no evidence that there is a creator.
The evidence that I'm giving is this energy that always existed in your belief is the originator of everything that we see today. And this originator is self-aware, conscious, live, living, has a will, and possesses power, and is able to do all these things. If all of these things were absent, from that energy, nothing will proceed. Because the energy is not willing for anything to be produced, anything to be manifested, anything to be originated. If I have in my laboratory in school, right, all the equipment's there, do you think distillation will happen? Do you think things will come together and then start making amino acids? Nothing will happen unless you have a willing agent gathering together all the chemicals, putting them in a flask, heating them up, whatever, right? If you have no willing entity, an agent, who's self-aware, to bring these things about, this lab will remain there, hold it by itself, nothing will happen. Nothing will ever be made.
This is the evidence for God.
No, I am saying this is the evidence by looking at this universe today that the originator of our universe is conscious, alive, who has life, has will, and has knowledge and power.
So he created this place but never visits.
First, what I've said so far, this is a rational conclusion. If you say otherwise, then you have to explain how from that energy, with inherent characteristics which you haven't described, how do things proceed like this? How do the laws proceed from this energy? Laws which are precise in our universe, very precise to 22nd decimal places or more. That precision we're talking about, Planck's constants. gravitational constants, lots of constants, right? That's why we say if our universe, if our Earth was so distant away from the sun, with an angle of rotation, life won't exist. So within the laws, that's what scientists are telling us, with the precision of our universe.
That would indicate there's no life elsewhere in the universe.
No. In this universe, the way the universe is fine-tuned, our universe is fine-tuned.
Do you mean our planet or our universe?
Our universe.
I don't believe that we're the only things in our universe at all.
No. Do we know what's there in the corner of our universe? We don't. So we are talking about the things that we can observe, things we can measure, things we can experience and see. Within this realm of our universe, we see fine-tuning, back of life, fine-tuned. These are so finely tuned as if they're purpose-built within this universe to produce life. We're not talking about other universes, other multi-universes. This particular universe that we are in is a fact of reality that is finely tuned. This fine-tuning, I am saying, is not a product of
nature.
Nature will try to because nature is nothing according to that, it's just a process. That process hasn't got anything for it to be self-aware. But I'm saying the originator of this is self-aware.
The only difference in what we believe in is that you believe was a conscious creator and I believe it was nature.
We believe in a non-conscious entity like the energy. So if we now examine this universe and all of these laws that are built within this universe, how do you rationally explain that this came from energy? It's like nothing. It's like a stone. No consciousness. And yet things proceeded from it. With this organization.
Like a stone.
The energy has no will, according to you. It doesn't will anything to happen. But things happen.
Naturally happen.
When you say,
where the word naturally comes from. It comes from nature.
I understand that. When you say naturally happen, what is naturally happening?
Let me ask you this. If this was done by a creator, do you think we would have started off as a molten blob, which slowly cooled over millions of years, water forms, comets landing, etc., water forms, the gases contract? Why didn't you just create it whole? This has taken a process of billions of years, and over billions of years, a lot of chemicals in this smorg of chemicals have come together, and we can do that. We can put 3 gases into a vacant jar and form polypeptides. The only thing that's missing here is time. We're talking millions of years.
Something else.
You don't think that's going to...
If you have millions and billions of years, in my school laboratory, nothing will happen.
But in your school laboratory, nothing's moving. We're talking about putting... The gases are moving because nature moves the gases.
The energy, did you have any gas to begin with?
It's formed from gases.
So, the components, so this energy have components, according to you. What components?
What, of the Earth?
No. This energy, which is the originator of our universe.
The energy's still here. You look at the ocean moving, it's an energy.
This energy that is before the universe came into existence. Our universe came into existence in the Big Bang, right? Prior to the Big Bang, what existed? The energy.
Yes.
That energy then existed in a certain form.
Yes.
Is that form the same form as it happened after the Big Bang?
It's the same energy, it's not in the same form.
Right. What form was it from what you understand?
Infinitely small. Do you know what? I'm not a big proprietor of the Big Bang Theory. I actually don't believe that all the things that we see in our cosmos were all inside a little ball that big with infinite pressure and